Hello, Jacob Knight. Welcome to the interview round for AI or ML intern role. Are you ready to begin?
Yes, let's begin.
Great. Let's start with some fundamental concepts. Can you explain the difference between supervised and unsupervised learning in machine learning?
So in supervised learning, we have the labels and the data available with us. So based on that, we do the prediction. Whereas in unsupervised learning, we don't have the labels present with us. So mostly we do algorithms like clustering and everything with that.
That's a good foundation. Can you provide an example of a situation where you would use supervised learning versus a situation where unsupervised learning would be more appropriate?
So in case of a popular data set, which is our iris data set, we used supervised learning because we have the uh, data available with this, and along with that we also have the label available with us. Whereas for clustering, like if we have some amount of data available with us, but we don't know what the data represents, like in case of if we have various uh, wavelengths available with us but we don't know to what light that wavelength belongs to. For that we can use unsupervised learning.
Thank you for your examples. Now, let's dive into Python programming for AI or ML. Can you describe a scenario where you would need to manipulate a dataset in Python for analysis? What libraries would you use and why?
So for manipulating data, we mostly use libraries like pandas and numpys. Pandas are used for loading the data frame and manipulating on it, whereas numpy is used for like matrix multiplication and matrix operations. We use these libraries for pre-processing of our ML data.
That's a solid explanation of the libraries. Can you give me an example of a specific data manipulation task you've performed in Python using these libraries? What were the steps you took?
So, for example, I have used it in like the Titanic data set for removing the NA values, that is null values, also for taking averages of some values and removing columns and rows. For that all purposes, I have used the NumPy and Pandas data frame.
Thank you for sharing that example. Now let's shift our focus to data preprocessing techniques. Can you explain the importance of data cleaning in machine learning and what specific techniques you might use for this process?
So for data cleaning, we depend on the pandas data frame and techniques like drop NA and various techniques like that we use to remove the rows which are not required, or taking averages to add the data where the data is NA. We use such techniques to add or remove columns.
That's a good overview of data cleaning techniques. Let's explore this further. How would you handle outliers in your dataset, and why is it important to address them before training a machine learning model?
So one thing is like if the outliers are very less in number, then we can directly remove them. This is necessary because outliers uh, hinder our training process such that like the model won't be able to fit properly in our context. So it is necessary to remove such outliers early in our pre-processing steps.